transcends culture, it transcends nationality.
I've been in the meat business for all of my life. Fourth generation, my great-grandfather started on the Italian market.
I started off teaching Italian for Temple University, and it's kind of a natural outgrowth that you go from speaking Italian to talking about Italian food, because it takes me back to what my culture is about, which is being with friends and family around a table.
I like two things: the creativity when I have that knife in my hand to make different cuts of meat. Secondly, I love the interaction with my customers. That is my passion, that personal touch.
We share that passion when we're able to create a meal from literally farm through the steps that bring it to the table.
We're watching them unload these beautiful fresh beef, and we're going to pick one out to take to the market and cut it up. So we want to look at a couple things here. We want to look at the conformation of the animal. I want to see an animal with a nice big rump.
Okay, where's the rump? Show me the rump.
Well, okay. So let's turn this baby around. So this is the rump.
Okay.
So we want to see something that's slanted out more this way, more meat on the leg.
So this
here.
is a silly question, but is this where the rump roast comes from?
Right here.
All right. You know, around here, as much as I hate to admit it, he is known as the silver fox. I mean, there are women who go to him because he's cute, he's knowledgeable, and he's very reasonable in his prices. So Charles, we had a great time today at the Meat Packers.
Yes, we did.
We got this beautiful filet.
Absolutely.
Show me what we're going to do with your meat.
Okay, so we took that hind quarter of beef and we broke it down, and now we have a gorgeous, beautiful filet mignon. Look at that. Absolutely
nice.
Beautiful.
Okay.
This was a big animal.
So because it was a big animal, is that going to tell us something? Is it going to be tender? Is it going to be
tough?
Tough?
Because you see all this fine grain in the meat,
and I do see that.
That's going to tell you that this is going to be delicious.
All right, so the graining is the actual little pieces of white.
It's this little white fibers that are running through here, this fat that's running through the meat. As you can see, they're abundant, but they're nice and they're fine.
Subtle. They're very subtle. Right. I see that. Okay.
So they're not too heavy and coarse. They're going to melt into the flesh beautifully.
When it's cooking.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, so Charles, now we're going to stuff this tenderloin.
Yes, we are.
We're going to use a couple of simple ingredients. This is my family's recipe.
All right.
So it's sure guaranteed to be a hit. So I'm looking at you and you're making kind of a fancy slip knot.
This is called a butcher's knot. It's very simple.
Were you a Boy Scout?
No, I was a butcher. Anna and I are just a great team. She walked up to my counter and said to me, "Would you like to do a class?" And I said, "Absolutely, sure, I would love to." "When would you like to do this?" She said, "How about tomorrow night?"
So in honor of our heritage, everyone knows that a good Italian, any good Italian meal, it features a first course of pasta. So the eggs and the flour, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. 1 cup of flour, 1 whole egg. What we want to do is we want to go, and we always want to go in one direction. And since your people are the superstitious people, always turning slightly this way, and each time we go, we're going to bring in a little bit of flour into the well.
I see.
We want to be very careful that we don't create a little driveway out.
So that the egg doesn't escape.
Correct.
How about that?
We're going to take the plastic form and we're going to create little pockets. So when your grandmother made this, I'm sure she didn't have the pleasure of using a form.
Definitely not.
What'd she do?
She used a little shot glass.
A little shot glass to cut them out.
Exactly.
So we love kitchen gadgets, but sometimes kitchen gadgets are excessive. So we want to keep it nice and simple. So you've created the top layer.
Yes, I have. Look, right here.
Let's lay it on.
Okay, here we go.
We love what we do, we're passionate about it, and we love people.
Our families both are in the food industry, in the food business. My family being in the meat business, her family being in the restaurant business. And so we just found a connecting link, and we've been building on that ever since.
I'd like to taste. How about you?
I would love to. What do you think?
I think we're a hit.
I think we're a hit.
Buon appetito.
Buon appetito.